So, hello everyone. I will actually start just updating everyone on the document. So what happened is you guys probably saw that I've actually published the version 1 of this. And by the way, sorry, I'm going to move really fast because I like to keep my videos very small, 5 minutes, so that, for example, you're eating a lunch, so it goes really quick. So updated version, the document, the one that's basically was saying the Nginx plus Ollama. So this time what we're doing is building an industry level fully secured Nginx and Ollama. We already were kind of secured. We built a secured platform, but at this stage we went actually further, right? So we tried to make it even more secure. So the first version of this document is available on my post. You can check it out. Please understand what changed. So guys, one thing I wanted to make sure that you understand is that every time you go, please check the document version 1. What I'm trying to do is like give you guys very small docs, which is like 8 to 10 pages of PDF files. You can scroll really quick and give these 5-minute videos so that you can just follow together really quick. So the first version of this document, it answers some of the questions related to security, but not as much as this one. This is the actually part of where we're trying to building the responsible AI workloads. As I mentioned, I've actually come across these, I've started doing these enhancements once I watched, I've read the post by John Willis. And so he does a lot of DevOps talks and stuff. And one of his talks was about building the responsible AI agents. And so I thought this would be a very good time kind of built on top of that. So let's go further. The challenge is basically a lot of this stuff is not portable. So what we did is make it more like a very, traditional ways are very slow to deploy, insecure for production use, difficult to manage and scale. That answers all of these questions in this document. So like in this document and in general, I'll share the files right now really quick. Share the demo at the end of this video right now. The all-in-one AI platform. We built a secure, self-contained AI API using Docker, Ollama, and Nginx. Docker makes it very easy to package and kind of, if we want to transport and take our application to some cloud provider or whatever, or Kubernetes cluster that runs on our on-premise. So this just makes it very easy. Ollama is a very great platform. As I mentioned before, you don't need to run your LLM workloads out of your machine now. You can just run them out of a Docker. Use Docker for Ollama, guys. That's going to make your life a million times better. Third is the Nginx. It's in this industry standard web server, very famous, and we're just using it as a kind of like a reverse proxy, as I mentioned before. And you can read more about it in the previous posts. So what changed throughout this, basically throughout this version of the document and the project? We added the API key authentication. We added the runs as a non-root user. We've added dynamic configuration, full portability, scalability, self-signed SSL cert. That was already there, right? So some of these things you're going to see that were already there. But please go through them and read them, what changed a lot. But one of the couple of things you're going to see right now when I do the demo, it will make sense a little bit. So these are the features. So how it works. The client sends a request, meaning us. Nginx validates the request and the API key. So yes, we actually going to supply the API key this time, not just run the curl, because we want to make sure our workloads in production are secured. No one can just take it and just send a request like in ChatGPT or whatever. We want to make sure that these requests are coming, they're valid, and they're coming from our network, from inside the house. Nginx proxies the request to Ollama container. Ollama processes the request using the AI model. So when we're doing the curl command, you guys will see that we can change the model actually. The response is sent back securely. So from client to Nginx reverse proxy to Ollama server to AI model. Next, so our toolkit is very base. As I mentioned, Docker is a containerization tool. Ollama is our choice for a lightweight, versatile LLM server. Nginx as a web server, very famous. Ubuntu, we're using a base image and a bash scripting. I've done some bash scripting in a Dockerfile so that just to make easy some of the configuration, configuration stuff. So the last thing I want to mention before jumping to a demo is, guys, start always with basics. So I've had a brother other day, so he was asking me, hey bro, look, I'm in a data science, like should I be like, what should I focus on? I said stick to data science, like finish what you're studying, don't jump into AI right away. The reason I say this is because you're studying, for example, something base, let's say database administrator, he's studying database stuff, and all of a sudden this AI hype comes in, and then the guy is like totally lost in the jungle. Don't do that, please. Just keep studying what you're studying, but build on top of that. So for example, related to the database stuff is vector databases. Learn about the vector databases on the side, but don't just learn the tool someone hyped on the LinkedIn. Don't do that. Just stick to what you're studying, just nail it, and then start with a basic. Build small projects. So build something very small with the vector databases, right? I'm talking about this database administrator. So build like a small project with the vector databases. Then connect the dots. Once you understand how vector databases work, you can connect the dots, and then you can celebrate your progress and then come, learn more stuff and build on top of it. So stick to what you're studying. Just try to see what part of AI is relevant to you, and just add like 10-20% of that to your workload. Then you will, catch up, and you will just be great at what you're doing. If you have any questions, go to Company Remodeler, LinkedIn Company Remodeler. Just check out our posts. I'm trying to post a lot of good stuff and very simple stuff, guys. This is very simple stuff. And go check out our website. The YouTube channel is right there. Please subscribe for more great content like this. This project that I'm trying to show, these projects, it's part of our Master AI Deployment course. It's a 1-month course where basically I take you and just through this journey, and we'll build 8 agents, very simple to the very complicated, and it's very straightforward. It's just 1 month project, 3 times a week, and done. And then you will basically learn how to deploy an AI agent. So without further ado, I'm going to go into the demo. So sorry, this went a little bit further, this video, but so the containers, you can see that I'm running the container already. I've already run everything. The problem is because when I built the image, it's pulling the Llama model a little bit longer. So I don't want it to take that time to kind of lose in time between. So you can see my image here, remodeler-lab/ and the tag in there, the Docker tag, and you can see my container right here, right? So the container is right here tagged as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a curl command really quick. So I'm going to clear out my terminal. I'm going to pull up this up a little bit, and yes guys, I'm still using Kuro. Yeah, so it's been really great. I've been just enjoying it. It's pretty good. Instead of the VS Code, I think I'm going to switch to it fully. I think already switched to it. You can see my project is very simple. This is the great thing about using just Nginx instead of using like a Python in this case. When there's no Python, there's no backend code, guys. Default.com, this is my Nginx config file, and as part of this, like I said, I walk you through this. The whole access to this course, to this repo, is only if you subscribe to the course, like if you subscribe and take that 1-month course. This is the Docker file. You can see the base Ubuntu image. You can see some of the stuff I've done. So here I'm just going through really quick, scrolling through the Docker file, just showing you what I've built, right? So now we're going to run and I was talking about the bash stuff right here, the bash scripting stuff. So I'm going to run my curl command. Before I do that, actually, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to change my API key. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my API key to something like hello, and I'm going to send that request. 403 forbidden. Why? Because I sent the wrong key. And you can see here model Llama 3, I can change that too, right? To whatever other model I want to use. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go really quick, and I'm going to put the actual API key. And guys, don't put like a test as API key. I'm just giving you an example. So let's say this is actually my correct API key. I'm saying, what is the capital of the United States? Press enter. And now what's happening in the background is actually, if we go to our container and click on the logs, we can see the logs. Ollama serving, basically, processing that request, and like our AI model, and like, using trying to like reply back. So we got the answer, and this was the really quick demo, guys. I don't want to take much of a time. You can look up more, through the AI stuff, how I'm doing this stuff. But in general, thank you for watching this. Please subscribe, and stay tuned for more good content. I will share this document on LinkedIn, and let me know if you have any questions in the future. Thank you so much. Have a great day.